Hey, how you guys doing? It's Andre Butler in Detroit. I'm excited to go live with you guys today. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. As you're joining us, let me know where you're joining us from. I had all those who are catching this a little bit later. Uh, Typical fall slash winter day here in Michigan. It's a little chilly, but lots going on. Tonight is my dad's 70th birthday party. The church is putting on something pretty amazing for him, so I'm excited about going to that tonight. My daughter is playing in the NCAA tournament right now. She plays for Hope Volleyball, and so she played last night. They won their first game. They play tonight. If they win tonight, then they go on to the Sweet 16 on Saturday. So prayers for her and her team. At FX Church, we just started a series called Money Moves and talked about how God wants you to win spiritually, but He also wants you to win financially. And we're getting into the moves you need to make so that you're doing that. If you missed the first week, you can find it on our YouTube channel, on our app, the FX Church app, and Spotify, Apple, etc. So I encourage you to check out that message. I'm already excited about this week's message. Been working on that, and I think it's really going to help a lot of people this week. You don't want to miss it. So if you're in the D, come through. If you're not, you're part of FX Online. You can catch us at 9:30 and 11:30. Our book Church Hurt is out, and if you want to get a hold of that, nomorechurchhurt.com is where you would go. And if you know somebody that maybe is dealing with church hurt, maybe that's what's keeping them from church, they need to overcome that so they can walk in what God has for them. You can get that book for them as well. And then last but not least, our network, the FXN network, is is up and running. We got some cool things going there. And so you want to watch some faith-based content, definitely want to do that. Access that. It's important to have that for kids. I was reading an article maybe yesterday, the day before, and it was talking about what was the number one movie on Netflix this year about demon hunters. And it sounds good, like they're hunting down demons, and that's a good thing. But the actual film has people befriending demons and falling in love with demons and allowing them access into their lives. And this is a number one show that kids are watching worldwide, or movie. They're under assault. We need to make sure our kids are watching the right things, and we're trying to make that type of content available. So you can go to faithxnetwork.com, or you can find the FaithX Network app in your app store. So, all right. So, of course, on Fridays, we talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Last time, I ended up dominating the conversation. I don't want to do that today. I want to see what's on your minds, what you have planned for this weekend, answer any questions that you have. So, jump on in and say what's up. Hey, Miss Diamond, how are you doing? Hey, Gerald, good to catch up with you, man. Been busy, been busy. God is good. A lot of great things going on at FX Church. We're in the middle of our Dream for Detroit campaign. We've got a big dream for our ministry, and particularly area that we're in. So the first phase is we're raising funds to uh, solidify our building situation, including making upgrades and repairs and the like. And so if you want to give towards that, by all means, if God puts on your heart, we encourage you to go to our website, myfaithx.com, or Cash App if you want to do that. We just told the church, pray about whatever God would have you to give, and give that. We told them that we figured out we probably need about 750 over 3 months from our membership, but be led. And so God puts in your heart to give towards that. Know you're impacting lives. Hey, how you doing? Is it TSR 7720 7229? I can kind of see the picture. I think I recognize you, but I can't really see the picture well enough. But it's good to catch up with you. Facebook, jump on in. I know sometimes the comments are a little slow there. And then, of course, YouTube. What's up, Lamont? How are you doing? Good to catch up with you. So once again, what are you guys thinking about today? What's on your mind? Love to get into some things. I don't know how long I'm going to be on today. Might be a little less time because it is a busy day. But I wanted to make sure I spent this time with you guys. Oh, Tanisha. All right. Good. Okay. There we go. Hey, Tiffany. How you doing? Tiffany in Birmingham. Good to catch up with you. Hmm. So, all right. What we got here? What we got here? What's, what are you guys planning for this weekend? Of course, we're excited at FX to do our Thanksgiving serve tomorrow. So we're blessing families with, really, when it comes down to it, about 100 turkeys. When you factor in everything, and not just turkeys, but other items, just being a blessing to the people in need, because we're in Detroit for Detroit. A big part of our vision. A big part of what we do is just help people so that are far from God. It's interesting. You can't hear me, Tiffany. I don't know if that is. Let me see. Let me make a change there. I don't know if anybody else having a problem hearing me, but if you are, let me know, and I'll speak up a little bit, of course, as well. You guys have particular any special plans for Thanksgiving? Any Lions fans on here? That was a tough week, tough game last week. A little concerning. I think the concern from the beginning of the season to this point is the same, which is your offensive line, and that you just don't have the horses there to actually win a Super Bowl. That seems to be the what we're looking at. I'm not saying they won't do it. I'm hoping for them, rooting for them, but it is concerning. Every time we play high level competition, the offensive line can't hold up. Everything else on the team is ready. The defense is ready. We're missing Laporta for a couple of weeks. Hopefully, he comes back. That's a big deal. But I think it's the offensive line. Hey, Pastor, when is Dan Campbell going to stop going for it on these plays, take the 3 points and move on? I pray for him. Honestly, I'm not mad at him. I mean, this is what we do. It works so many times. There are a couple of times where he probably should make a different decision. In a game like that one, where every possession counts, I think that you take the points when that's an option. And so, but I can't be too mad at him, you know? That's how we got here. I just think maybe once or twice, he should have went it differently. And he did say that. He said there's a couple things he might have done differently. Um, but I love Dan Campbell. We haven't had a coach like him ever. So I'll live with it. I really think the problem is your offensive line. I think if you give Jared Goff any protection in some of those situations, we're not having this conversation because there's a couple of those fourth downs that were open and Jared couldn't step into his throw. He didn't have the time to look over the field, nothing. It just because there's no real protection. And so that's what's been the concern from week one. And I think that what happens when you play weaker competition is that you look pretty good. Um, but when you play higher level competition, we find out how good you really are. And you see that in basketball. You'll see a guy and he looks good in the regular season. But when you get to the playoffs and the intensity's up, they're not so good. Malik Beasley was like that. He was great in the regular season. When he got in the playoffs, it's not that he wasn't good, but he wasn't as good. You found out, okay, when the intensity goes up, this goes up a level, he can't really give you what he was giving you in the regular season. I think that's your offensive line. I think that's your offensive line. I think that they're good enough to do a lot of great things during most games, but when they play the top teams, it's just not there. That's what concerns me. And I think your rookie is a rookie. He'll get better. He'll grow into it. You probably get away with one weak link on the line. You had one weak link last year, but right now you got three. And so for the first time, I'm kind of shaky on if they can actually win this thing this year. Hey, Desmond, how you doing? Hey, Daniel, Chris, good morning. So overall, I'm okay with going for it. But like you said, the way the game was going, I would have taken the points too. Yeah, I mean, it just depends. I mean, our defense is underrated. Nobody's talking about how great our defense is, and that is missing major, major pieces that they're getting back. We have a dominant defense. The defense alone could win you a Super Bowl. That's how a lot of teams win it. They're that good. But your offensive line has to give you something. And they just didn't. This was they were totally and thoroughly dominated. And I get people are upset Jared Goff is not mobile. And if you're mobile, he can get out of some of those things. That does make a difference, but he's a great quarterback. You got to go with what you got, man. And there's a lot of things that he does that some of the mobile guys can't do. And there's a couple that do everything. But I think you can win, but you gotta do something about that line. And it's too late. There's nothing you can really do. So that's what we need to pray for now. So anyway, see some more people jumping on here. Hello, TD Face and Maya and the like. So what do you guys think? What else you want to talk about? Hey, Ron and the D. Said Lions and Pistons are good at the same time. Yes, they are. That is awesome. But you know what though? Do you remember about 3, 4 years ago, all of our teams were terrible, all four of them. And the hope then was that, well, they were all rebuilding, they would all hit at the same time. And that's what's happened. The Tigers' young squad has hit. They obviously they needed to make one move, and they might have gotten at least to the World Series. I don't know if anybody's beating the Dodgers anytime soon. Um, the Lions hit a couple years ago. The Pistons are really good. I've been telling my kids for a while, like they're gonna win 55, 60 games. And I was saying this before the season even started. I said, I don't understand how people are putting them behind Orlando and Atlanta. I didn't understand. Like, y'all don't see how good this team is, and now they're showing us. And Jaden Ivey appears to be coming back in the next week or two. And if he can seamlessly fit in, you have the OKC of the East. We're the best team because I'm not scared of Cleveland at all. I'm not. I don't think much of them. They don't seem to have that clutch gene when it really matters, and the injuries always seem to take them out. I'm not really concerned about them. I think we can go all the way to the finals if we stay healthy and Jaden Ivey is able to fully be Jaden Ivey with the rest of this team. So they look really good. You got two teams that could go all the way, and the Tigers really could have. The Red Wings from last I don't follow hockey that closely. I do somewhat, but not really. They have a young team and they kind of been messing around the edges. They haven't been able to really move forward, but they're not terrible. They're pretty good. But we're in a good place sports wise in Detroit. Yeah, Pistons are very impressive in winning with their bench. Yeah, I have a men's group I call Young Lions, just a lot of young guys, and one of them blessed us with like 12 tickets to the game last week or so. And I was kind of like, well, I want to go because I was just telling my wife, how man, I wish I had gotten Pistons tickets this year because I could see where they were going and how hard it might be to get them in the future. And so he texted us, hey, I got 12 tickets. So went to the game. And some of the guys went to the game. It was against the Wizards. So you're thinking, do I really want to go see the Wizards and the Pistons? Boy, I'm glad I did. That was the game where they hit the three-pointer at the buzzer and won in overtime. And Cade had 46, I think it was. It was a lot of fun. So it's good to see a team winning that's been losing for so long. But I could talk about sports all day. We can talk about something else if y'all want to. So happy birthday to my dad. Yep. Tomorrow's his 70th birthday. Tonight is his birthday party. So it's part of what we're doing today, getting haircuts, hair done, got the tux ready, you name it. So dresses. I was just getting a text asking for money. All of it. In fact, that's what happened in Instagram. Sorry about that phone call that came through. I'll have to answer that as soon as I get off. What else you guys want to talk about? Hey, Joyce in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So if you get an opportunity to go to a Red Wings game, yeah, it's been a long time. I did get to go. I was there one year when they won it. And so never forgot that. The only thing about those places, it's cold. It's cold in those arenas. So yeah. So happy birthday, Bishop, the big 70. Yeah, yeah, he doesn't look 70. So God's done a lot through him. So we're definitely know he's gonna enjoy that. Leaving messages, no one's returned. Yeah, sorry about that, Tiffany. We actually had a transition from a staff standpoint, and it created some issues. You're not the only person that we've had that issue with. We've addressed it, so definitely want to apologize to you about that. But it was not about. It's nothing personal. It's just something that we had to work through as an organization as we pursue excellence in all we do. So that's what we're trying to do. Hey, Gerald, good to catch up with you. Gerald has a great film out. I pretty much think where is it? I know it's on Tubi, um, Amazon. Call it. Is it The Rhythm? I always want. That's what I remember. When did you end up calling it finally? I've seen the movie uh, and script and all that stuff. We've been on a journey for a couple of years. But tell me the name of it again, Gerald, so I can pitch that. Great film. Some Art Cartwright, one of our guys from Word of Faith, is the star of it. Yep, it's The Rhythm. It's on Amazon Prime. Check that out. That's a great film. It's a great film. So I encourage you to do that. Gerald, we're working on some projects, man. I have to catch up with you. We're working on a short, and then we got another feature that we're about to start working on. Actually, having a writer's room, so maybe it's something you might want to come be a part of. Let me know. So, hey, Ron. Oh, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Yep, happy Thanksgiving to you too. You're right. Every day we should be thankful. Honestly, this morning was really in my prayer time. I've got some things that I'm struggling with, just like anybody else, and so part of what I was thinking about, trying to help get myself to do, even with some of the praise songs I was singing, was just to be thankful. Try to remember the good things. There was a song that one of our worship team members back in Georgia wrote, um, and I still have it on my phone. This is from like 2005, and it was saying, "Thank you for money in my pocket. Thank you for, uh, you know, thank you for food on my table. Thank you for clothes on my back. Just thank you, thank you, thank you for these basic things." And so, even this morning, I was trying to focus. Okay, let's focus on the good things. Thank you for the fact that I can sit here and the house is warm, right? Thank you. There is food and clothes, and my kids are doing well, and opportunity to minister, and we all have things we can be thankful for. And sometimes when things are rough, you give it to God. Philippians 4:6 says, "Don't worry about anything." You make it, you bring it to God with thanksgiving, and then the peace of God can guard your heart and your mind. And so, I give it to God. That's kind of my mentality right now, and I'm thanking God for what He's already given me, and I'm thanking Him for fixing the areas I need Him to fix. Is my Bama going to make the playoffs? I assume that they are, because they're Bama. So they're going to get the benefit of the doubt, even if they have the same amount of losses as anybody else, or have had lost to somebody um, that's in competition as well, right? It's not, and there's a Bama factor. So we'll see. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you as well, Renee. Worry not. Yep, thank you, Jesus. Hey, it is. Don't worry about anything. That's what Jesus said like 5 times in Matthew 6. I remember hearing Brother Copeland preach this once, and he read every time. Jesus said, "Take no thought, take no thought, take no thought, take no thought." And then he yelled out, "That means don't worry about anything." And it stuck with me. It's like, yeah, that's what Jesus was saying. If he says it 5 times, he's saying, stop worrying. Don't worry. Don't allow yourself to worry. And that's what Philippians 4:6 says. Don't worry about anything. Develop the habit of refusing to worry. So instead, be thankful. Thankful for what He has done for you. Thankful that He's going to turn this around, whatever it is. What else you guys want to talk about? All right. Well, it's good catching up with you guys. Like I said, I'm gonna get off a little early today. Usually I go to 12:30, but I'm gonna jump off at 12:20 today or so, unless something comes in last second. And and of course, want to encourage you, if you're in the deed, if you're part of FX coming out tomorrow to serve, as we serve those in need. And you can go to our website, myfaithx.com, and sign up for that. If you're in the D, come through 9:30 and 11:30 as we continue our series, Money Moves. If you're online, you can do that as well, myfaithx.com, or our YouTube channel. If you want to be a partner, you want to help us do what we're doing, man, go to andrebutler.com. We just did a partner Zoom on Thursday, just partners only. And we'd love for you to help us reach 1 million online. And had a great experience just last Sunday in Atlanta. I was preaching there, and we were outside greeting people. Someone walked up to me. Turns out they just found us on pray.com, been listening for a month, and heard that I was in Georgia, started reaching out to figure out where I possibly was, and found their way to the church. Got there late, so they weren't able to experience a service, but connected them with the pastor. And they had been looking for a church, and they ended up saying, "This is a God thing," And so, are excited about making an impact online. And when you're partners with us praying and giving, you're helping us to do just that. So, all right. Well, I love you guys. I'll catch up with you soon and know that God has a future for you.